Namaste friends, welcome back to the Sarthi Technology. In this video, we will learn how to connect our project with the database. And for that, we have to create one file, and that file we are going to create in this database folder. So here, just right click, new file, and name it db underscore connection.py. So this name up to you, but I am just writing it db underscore connection.py. And here in this file, first we have to create three things from the SQLAlchemy. So the first thing is from create engine. The next thing we have to import declarative base. Don't worry, I will explain all the things why we are just importing these. So the next thing is from dot ext dot declarative import declarative base. Okay. The next thing is session maker. So from SQLAlchemy.orm import session maker. Okay. So the next thing is create database URL, and that is very important thing. So database URL, and here the first thing is MySQL, because we are using MySQL. Okay. Then one plus sign, and after that the driver. So we are using the PyMySQL driver. Okay. So PyMySQL, then colon and root. Root is the username, then password. So password is okay. This is my password, and then the local host. Okay. So because we are just creating in the local host, that's why we are just putting here local host, and a forward slash, and then the database name. So database name is FastAPI underscore DB. Okay. Here you can see the FastAPI underscore DB that we have created. So now our URL is ready. The next thing is we need to create a database engine using this database URL. So engine equal to create engine that we have imported here. Okay. So create engine, and here we will put database URL. Okay. So first import we have used. Now we have to create a session maker. So using that session maker, our project will interact with the database. Session local equal to session maker. That is the third import we have put it here. So using this session maker, first thing, auto commit is false. Okay. And auto flush is false. Both thing we will put false. So auto commit false, auto flush false, and the third thing is bind, and bind is engine. Okay. So using these three, we are creating a session maker. So session maker is ready. Now we have to create a declarative base, and that base will be used to create models. Okay, so the third thing is base, declarative base. So now let me do some explanation what we are doing here. Okay, so first thing, we have created one URL, and in the URL you can see the dialect and the driver. So here MySQL and PyMySQL. It means that MySQL is using PyMySQL driver here. After that, the credential. So here you will put colon and double forward slash, then the username, and in my case it is root, and after a colon the password that you can see here, and then one @ sign, and then the local host in the FastAPI database. Okay, so this is the domain and the database. Now using this database URL, we are just creating one engine. So engine is the primary source of database connectivity, and typically this engine will represent the entire database in our project. So to create engine, we have used this create engine and the database URL. Now the next thing is session maker. So using this session maker, we are creating one session, and that session will be responsible for interacting with the database and doing some querying, adding, updating, and deleting the record. So for that, we need to create this session. Okay, and here you can see two things. One is auto commit, and the next thing is auto flush. So the auto commit we have provided false. That means explicitly we will commit the queries, so it should not be automatic. Okay, so when we will commit, only then the commit will call. Okay, now auto flush, the second thing is auto flush. Auto flush is also the same like auto commit. So it means SQL operation are not sent to the database until commit or flush is explicitly called. And here you can see the bind equal to engine. It means it ties the session factory to the engine. Okay. Now we have created one base. So when we will just create ORM model that represent our table in the database, we need to just inherit that class from the base, and that base is this. So friends, this was the explanation how we can just create our database connection in the FastAPI. So thanks for watching this video. See you in the next. Till then, bye.